and welcome to the Product Management Masterclass. I'm so excited that I get to do this with you. And it's going to be an amazing 1 hour, 1 hour plus. Okay, we're going to be diving into how innovative products are discovered, developed, and delivered. So thank you so much for taking the time to join me and my team this evening. And we will just kick off right away. All right. So we're going to be looking at this session today in 3 parts. The first part is how products are discovered, not just products, how great products, innovative products are discovered. Then we'll look at how products are developed, that is, developing a product that actually works. And third part will be delivering and launching a product. Now, you can already tell that in product management, we are talking about software products. Yes, the term product management has been used over the years. However, it became so popular when we started talking about product management. So before we even talk about product management, we first of all need to talk about products. So what is a product? Now, for the sake of this masterclass today, a product is anything of value that customer or users can use to solve a problem. And it is a software product. It means that you're likely going to access it using a mobile device, right? While be connected to the internet. So in product management, we want to solve real problems by delivering value. We want to solve real problems by delivering value. And how we do that is through innovative products. It's through products. It's through products. All right. So great product starts with just having an insight to what pain we are trying to solve, what pain we are trying to address. So what is product discovery? Product discovery has to do with identifying real problems that needs to be solved, real problems that need to be solved. Trust me, the products that we know today, social networks, okay, I like to use it as an example. They are not the only social networks that have been built over the years. The ride-hailing apps we know today, they are not the only ride-hailing apps that have been built over the years. However, those products stand out because the product team, the organizations, they actually touch real problems that people have. They've actually, and they were one of the first people to do it. So it's one thing to have, a solution for a real problem. It's another thing to actually build it fast so that people can begin to get the solution to that problem before you have so many products out there. So how do we find these product ideas? How do we find these product ideas? I'm going to list, 3 ways we can do that. Through user research. User research has to do with finding the people who have this problem and asking them through interviews, through surveys, and also using data analysis. So while people are talking online, I like to use social networks because everybody has a voice there. Okay, we can hear what people are saying without having to meet them physically. So all of those data there can help us to tell the problems that people have. And if you're able to address such problem, it means that you have a product that is not just great, but works. Competitive research is another way to find product ideas. What does that mean? There are already people who have, discovered this problem. So through competitive research, you can take a look at what they have done and what they are missing so that you can make your own products innovative enough to address the problem. Now, another way you can find product ideas is market trends and emerging technologies. Market trends. So what's happening in the market? What's going on in the market? Trust me, social media has made us lazy because these market trends, yes, you can find it, while browsing through social media. However, there are platforms that actually take their time to not just collect data, but they analyze this data for you to get insight from. And of course, through emerging technologies. It's one thing to say, okay, I will do user research. I'm going to look at competitors, people who are already playing in the field. I'm also going to do some market, research, looking at platforms that allow me to know these things. You need the right tools to help you with product discovery, the right tools to help you with product discovery. Yes, there are, tools. I can start to name tools now, but I would like to focus on what you need to do to help you discover great products. What you need to do to help you discover great products. So let's look at a company like Temu. Temu. Now, if you check, I don't think there's anybody here who has not heard of Temu. If there is, if you have not heard of it, just drop in the chat that you've not heard of Temu. Now, Temu, of course, they entered a market that we have people like Amazon. We also have Alibaba. They're already playing in that field. And of course, we have in Nigeria here, we have our Jumia, we have all the other popular e-commerce platform. However, they entered the market, understanding that people like Nigerians, they like to be able to access, these items online. They want to be able to experience this thing. And this is something I noticed they do. They even work with influencers. Okay, they've researched the market and know that, we are listening to bloggers and influencers. We are always, laughing at the jokes and all of that. So they are using that means to reach out to the users or to the customers who will actually buy. So for a product that you think that you want to build, or you join a team who is building a product, these things are important to ensuring that you not only just go ahead to build a product like every other person and your product do not see the light of the day, but you are able to validate the idea before development. That you are able to validate the idea before development. Trust me, building a product takes resources. When I say resources, I'm talking about, time. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about, manpower. Okay. So you need to have the right skill sets to even build a product. You need to be working with the people who have the right skill set to build a product. So imagine that you are actually doing it without having the skill, without having, the knowledge. It will be a total waste of time. That's why it's important that you understand how great products are discovered. How great products are discovered. The product needs to hit the pain points of the users. It needs to encroach on the opportunities that the competitors have missed. And it needs to be in line with what is happening right now. Okay, so you cannot just think of, oh, I think of this beautiful idea. This idea, I've had it since 2000 or 2005. Oh, this is the time I think I should build it. No, a lot has happened within that time. So great ideas need to be validated before they are developed. Okay, so if you have any question, please drop it in the chat so that I can address it. Remember, we are talking about how innovative products are discovered, how they are developed, and how they are delivered. So don't forget to take these three things. There is the discovery of great products. There is the development of great products. And then there is the delivery of great products. So part 2, developing a product that actually works. A good product, it's heavily dependent on its execution. And this requires good planning and collaboration. Now, when we talk about development, really that's where we begin to find the interaction with project management. So I know that project management is not a new term for a lot of people, okay? And there's always this misconception, or just not being sure if they are the same or they are different. Okay, so of course, when you take your time to get on a training, it will help you really break it down. So in developing a product, there are actually steps that are required, okay, in developing the product. A product that is not properly discovered, developing will be a total waste of time. So remember, we've just talked about the discovery aspect and how we need to ensure that we actually validate the idea. Now, in product development, we don't even jump into development like that. There's something we call, excuse me, prototyping. Prototyping helps you to see what is going to be built before it's actually built. Okay, so we have a group of people that make up the development team. We have the product designers, we have the engineers who actually write the codes, we have the quality assurance team members, all to ensure that this product, we see what it looks like through proper UI designs and prototyping. The team goes ahead to develop it, and the quality assurance team ensure that it actually meets the criteria, ensures that it's actually working. So I'm sure you're going to ask, what is my job here as a product manager? As a product manager, you're going to be collaborating with the engineering team, the design team, the QA, and of course, when we get to the marketing aspect, the delivery, you are involved in every stage. So remember part 1, you are actually involved in part 1. In the development stage, we leverage on the agile methodology. The agile methodology allows us to manage the uncertainties that happen, to manage the changes that will happen, to ensure that we are actually building this product even while we are improving on, the ideas. So just imagine that while the team is building the product, there is one government regulation, or there is something that has happened in the environment. You're not going to say, this is how we've thought of doing it. This is exactly what we're going to do. See, don't even stress us. No. The agile methodology ensures that we are able to fit all of those changes in to ensure we deliver a product that is not only great, but it's useful. So we need to look at products in these ways. A product needs to be viable. It needs to be usable. It needs to be valuable. In the development stage, while it is being developed, okay, we want to create a version that is useful and that will not take the whole time. It will not take years. Oh, before now, you will see team building products for years. But right now, we want to build something that is useful enough for us to get feedback. And we call it the minimum viable product. There are different terms that come up, okay? It's just know that it has to be compact. It has to be minimum in some way, okay? It has to be useful. A user should be able to get their hands on the application, the software application, actually move from their pain to their goal. They move them from their pain to their goal. Lots of goals. People can have lots of goals. But as a product team, we're looking for how to start to address the pain to help the user reach their goal. So remember, in part one, I talked about discovering great products. What you need to do, research users, research the competitors, understand what's happening in the market. You cannot just say, oh, this idea is divine. Let's just do it. No, you need to look at what's happening already. That's what we did in part one. In part two, we looked at how to actually put this idea into a format that can be interacted with. That is the development. So you can have amazing write-up. You can have your beautiful idea. You can even say, oh, I received this idea. It came to me in the, in the dew of the night or whatever. If you've not been able to put it into a usable form, then it is not a great product. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing your questions. All right, okay. Okay, so I'm going to attend to all the questions that I'm seeing in the chat. Please keep them coming. Keep them coming. Very interesting. I like the question. It would truly help us to understand this. Okay, so I'm going to quickly talk about the delivery stage. The delivery, all right? Remember, I'm using the 3Ds: discover, develop, and deliver. So if you have just, come into the space of product management, I think that's one of the simplest way to understand what all the things that happen there, right? Yes, it's the beginning of the journey for you. So in the delivery stage, we have discovered a great product. We have validated it. We think that this product will ease the pain of the people who will use it. We've gone ahead to create it into a format that can be interacted with. Okay, so someone asked what I should explain more on the minimum viable product. It's MVP, minimum viable product. There are other versions of names that it is called. But what you need to know is that it is the most compact version, the minimum version that actually solves a problem. Okay. Now, when you look at the solution that you want to provide, usually it's big. Okay. And you realize that as we start to look at this idea, it just keeps improving. It just keeps improving. But we need to find out, what is that thing? What is the pain that users have right now that our product can solve? Remember, if you do not check what competitors are doing, you will go and start from where they started from. Not wise. So you need to understand what they are doing, where they are, and the opportunities they have missed. That's where you get it. So you create something of value, okay? Create something of value that users can begin to derive value from as soon as they get in contact with your products. Okay, so in delivering this product, you want to take this product that has been delivered, that has been developed, to the people who need it. It will be very funny to think that how we have finally built it, or let them start coming to us. People who have physical shops, remember, they still do, you know how they do it on Instagram these days, where they carry a bell and they are ringing. You must hear them. You thought it was only you thought it was only physical shop that they do it. That people will come, or people will be passing, and then they will not say, this shop looks nice, so let me enter. No, no, people, you have to come, enter my shop, get in. So delivery stage is where we take this product to the market. And we do it through a launch, okay? Product launch, a product launch. It's more like, we want to make some buzz about this, our product, so that people actually know we are here. To do this, we need to understand the markets and, of course, how to position our product rightly. How are we going to leverage on existing products? How are we going to partner with people who are doing something that can complement our products? We need to carefully craft our products, our launch strategy. Okay. And then how do we go to the markets? The go-to-market strategy. What is our message that people will connect with? What is our pricing? How are we going to price our product? Remember, if you have not done competitive analysis or research, it will be very difficult for you to just come up with pricing. What are the channels that we'll use to position ourselves? Okay, and how we run our campaigns. So looking at all of this, we are preparing ourselves for a great launch. So remember, your idea will be great, can be great. You have spent time, in fact, you have connected yourself with the universe to really, build on this idea, to hit it. And then you have now the best team who is, working on this product, who have created something of value. If you do not look at how to deliver the product, you have not completed the job. Okay, so there are marketing and growth strategies. Remember, I talked about Temu. You see that Temu, is partnering with influencers to say, I just got this set. I particularly saw one on Instagram where a lady, she has a set of outfits and they tagged it as work from home outfits. This is an idea that, I've had, and I was really excited to see it. All right. So they tell you like, you can buy a collection of, excuse me, work from home outfits where you are working from home, but it really doesn't look like you're working from home. Right. So those kind of strategies Okay, community. How do we work with community? Community who have already a large number so that we can reach a number of persons. So all of these strategies help you to deliver your products. And of course, how do we know our product has reached the hands of the people who have the problem that we set out to solve? We have metrics, okay? Oh, what's their engagement level? What's the revenue that's come out of it? What are these people paying? Are they repeat customers? All right. So in launching our products, we need to come up with a great go-to-market strategy to ensure that we gain success. Now, I'm going to say this. Based on the assessment that was taken, thank you so much for everyone who took the assessment. I see that we have a number of persons who want to really get started in product management. And that's why we're here. I will tell you that since 2022, I've trained over 2,500 product managers. And some of them, they just, all they knew is the term product management. Okay. But I've seen how they've gone to, you know, to start managing products in top organizations. Some are working with, startup founders. Some are actually building their own products. So it is not an impossible journey at all. It is not an impossible journey. It's just a journey that you decide that I'm going to start today, and every day I'm just going to put one brick to the building. And before you know it, in 1, 2, 3 years, you begin to see your structure. You begin to see how you are not just looking at products now, you are able to actually, to work with a team to build the products. If you are starting out, one of the areas that you would likely start up from is the delivery stage. And that's because they it's very few product managers that we experience, the period of ideation where, they are really thinking about what do we build. Very few product managers. Also, very few would start building the product from scratch. However, we will have more people who would be in the delivery stage, who your first experience into product management will be in that delivery stage where a product has already been built, okay? And now you are being part of those who will take it to the market. That's why, you can you need to consider getting trained in product management. Now, just knowing something is not going to give you the results. It will take you years, okay? Trust me, you can do this journey by yourself. What it means is that it will take you some time. As long as you are committed to it, in 2, 3, 4 years, you grab it. Okay. But if you know you want to start quickly, you want to, get into it quickly, it means that you want to be part of a training. You want to be part of a community that helps you actually build products. That helps actually build products. That's why I would like to invite you that you sign up for our boot camp. Boot camp, let me explain how we do it. Okay. I've been a facilitator with Tech for Dev, where I actually train quite a number of product managers. And the bootcamp strategy, I tell you, it's been the most valuable for me because if you look at, write it down. If you look at the word bootcamp, okay, I actually bring it. It means that you actually be in a boot camp back to back. There is something I tell people when you're starting something new, you need to shock your brain. Like you need to hit it, tell your brain that, see, this is something new I am doing. So if you do it one day and you now wait till next week to do it, you are taking your time. You're not ready. You are not ready. Oh, and someone, I like someone's response in the assessment. Okay, I think it was even the introduction. And she said that I'm here for the money. And I like that. Okay. As a product manager, you would earn a salary that, as a, maybe any other career that is not tech. Okay. And it would not really come close. And that's because you are investing in yourself, building yourself to become that valuable person who is able to hold a team, who is able to actually work with a team to build a product. Okay, so this is a call for you that this 2025 you can become a product manager through our bootcamp. Is back to back. See, let me not even try to mince words. If you're going to sign up for this bootcamp, it means you are ready. It means you're ready. And the beautiful part is this: for 10 days, you will shock your brain to actually get into product management. And after that 10 days, you have the opportunity to intern for 3 months, where daily you'll be getting tasks that can help you build that skill. So that as soon as you get the opportunity, because there are jobs out there looking for product managers, as soon as you get the opportunity, you already know what to do. One challenge I see people have is, even if I get this job, I don't know what to do. Okay? That is going to be addressed during the training, where you will see that, oh, in the first 30 days, these are the things that I can do. In the first 60 days, these are the things I can, in the first 90 days, these are the things I can do. And that gives you a good footholding. Because if you go there and take your time, trust me, they will not be wondering, are we sure we made a good hire? All right. So that's why you cannot take it lightly. Okay. So I'm going to take a question that is in the chat. It says that, how do we monitor market trends? That's a very good question. Now, there are platforms, excuse me, there are platforms that actually give you this, they collect data, they um, validate the data, and then they make sense out of it. There are platforms that do that. All right. There are platforms that do that. So what you need to know is, what are the right questions that I can use to get these results from these platforms who have done the work? Because I will not lie to you, there's no way you will start to, maybe generate data by yourself and then clean the data. That's not what we do as product managers. You are not a data analyst. Yes, you can have that skill, but you need to understand how to monitor market trends. You need to know that, okay, these are the key platforms that I can use. All right. These are the things that I'm looking for. These are the questions that I need to ask. So whether you are using, Google search or Gemini or ChatGPT or DeepSeek, okay, you don't just throw information there. It will give you gibberish. You need to know exactly how to find this information you are looking for. All right. Now, it also depends on the industry you are playing in. Products cut across different industries. So the platforms that we can use for a product like a health tech product will totally be different for the one we use for an educational technology product. It will be different from fintech. Yes. So let me just give you this. Excuse me. One of the key platforms to watch if you are doing anything fintech is even CBN. You cannot you cannot not know what CBN is all about. You have to be following them, like monitoring what's going on. Okay. Now, even the financial industry is broad. It covers banking, it covers insurance, it covers fintech. Okay, so there are different domains. There are different domains in the financial technology industry. There are also different domains in the health tech. There's retail, there is what's it called? Virtual consultation. There is, pharmacy. Okay, so there are different domain in different industry, even in educational tech, even in edtech. All right, so there's edtech that addresses, information system. There's edtech that addresses learning management system. One of the things you'll get to do if you join the boot camp is that you would actually get to work on a product in an industry that you are interested in. Now, one of the things that I see happening, and it's already happening, is that people will begin to demand domain knowledge. They will demand domain knowledge from product managers. That's the truth. If you are privileged to have worked in different industries, good for you. I have that privilege. I've worked across different industries when it comes to products in agric, in e-commerce, in and trust me, I didn't start today. I didn't start today. When I have, if for those who are going to attend that session, I'm going to be able to share more on how I started. And of course, what happens to you if you work with someone who, has gotten some experience is that you are able to crush that person's experience into very fewer years. Okay, it's very unlikely that you will get, if you want to get your own 10 years of experience, if you want to get your own 10 years, you know that we are looking at 2035, right? But with a training, okay, the boot camp, with a training, being part of the community and being hungry to learn, you can crush somebody's 10 years into maybe even 1 year. You can crush it into 1 year and get what you need to position yourself. To position yourself. I've seen it happen, trust me. I've seen it happen, okay, with people who I have trained, who I have mentored, who are able to hold a product down and they are the product managers. It's amazing. And this skill can be learned. It can be built. I tell people that if you want to start your career in tech, all you need is interest. Just be interested. You are interested, Abby? We'll do it. And I have seen it happen with amazing people who are building their own products. They're actually building and launching their own products. So I'm going to take the next question that I see. What's the difference between a product manager and project manager? So let me find a very simple. I have one complete lesson on this, but I'll try to summarize it. Remember, as a product manager, we've talked about the discovery phase, the development phase, and then the delivery phase. Okay? Now, as a project manager, really you are in the development phase. Your work is really around the development phase. Okay? Now, a project has a specific timeline. We have a scope, we have a timeline. Of course, we know the costs that, and of course, we're ensuring that, it meets a certain quality. They call it the 4 quadrants in project management. So as a project manager, you are working on an you're working on, let me just say, a task, an endeavor, right? That has a specific time. Okay. Now, as a project manager, rather, as a product manager, you are going to experience multiple projects. Multiple projects will happen within a product. We don't want a product to end. Remember, I said project has a timeline, but product, we don't want it to end. We want users to use it forever and ever. Okay? There's something we call the customer lifetime value. We want to say that a customer is using the product for 20 years from when they experience the product. So we don't even want it to end. Okay, so that's one of the ways that I can help you to understand what a project manager does and what a product manager does. Okay, as a project manager, you're really monitoring the projects, ensuring that, okay, these are the specifications, these are the requirements, and then we're ensuring that, oh, everybody's doing what they need to do to meet up the timeline, to ensure that we have a product or a service. All right. For projects, most times we are working on something that's, you know, um, is not for a large set of users. It could be for a client. It could be for, just a small group of people. But for products, we want billions of users. We want people to experience the product. And a product will continue to add value. We're going to, listen to customers and see how we can improve on it so that we do not end it. So like I said, there's a complete lesson on difference between what a project and a product manager does. However, I hope that, you have the idea to say that projects, of course, for someone, it's a project they are managing, which, has a timeline, which, has specific scope. Okay, we are clear on this is exactly what we want to do, and then we do it. For products, we are from when the idea starts to when it is developed to when it is delivered. And as long as the product is in the market, as long as the product is a product, we continue to work on it. Okay. I don't know if you have more questions, you can drop in the chat. Then, how do we conduct competitive analysis? Nice one. Nice one. First of all, the word competitive analysis, we're looking at competitors. Competitors. Who are competitors? The people who are encroaching on our opportunity, people who are chopping the money we want to chop, right? So we are looking at the guys who stand out, who even have a market share, right? When we talk about market share, it means that this is the number of persons who are likely going to use the product to solve a problem, okay? And in that number, this is the number we have been able to grab that we can say that, oh, we have a share. Think of it as a pie, a pizza pie, right? And then, oh, we've been able to grab a share from it. Some people never get to grab any share. Or the share is so significant, you would think it's ants that pinch the pie. That's by the way. So competitive analysis is actually us looking at the people who are encroaching on our opportunity, who have a piece of the pie, and we see exactly what they are doing. So in competitive analysis, we look at, key areas depending on what we are looking for. Okay, is it how they are pricing their product? Is it the kind of features that they have? Is it the environment where they are operating? Okay, is it the geographical environment? Is it how, they position themselves in the market? So we are checking all of those people that we have selected out, and then we're analyzing exactly what they are doing. When we do competitive analysis, we want to get our competitive advantage. It means that we have checked these guys enough and we see where they are missing it. So this is where we can come in from. And then we can also get our own share of the market, piece of the pie. Okay, so is this a fully remote position? Can a Nigerian work as a product manager abroad remotely? How will this person conduct market research and product discovery? Good question, Sharon. So, as a product manager, I work remotely from the comfort of my home. I can see my chair where I sit down to do my work. So yes, it can be a fully remote position, but for some organization, they require you to come to the office. Okay, they require you to come to the office. For some, so I would really like to say that I think your goal for becoming a product manager should be beyond will I work from home. Yes, that opportunity is available. Okay. However, it may not come by for everybody. It may not come by for everybody. It means that you need to focus on your why for becoming a product manager. And as you grow, you're able to choose, you're able to select. You can turn one down and say no because you're not offering me work from home. I'm not going. But if you are still learning, you may want to be very flexible to really put your feet down before you begin to choose. Yes, as a product manager in Nigeria, you can work remotely for companies all over the world. I tell you. Yes, there is a challenge of how will they pay you and all of that. But when there is a will, there is a way. You give value enough to the organization, they have their partners in Nigeria that process payment. However, there are laws in Nigeria that really does not allow you to, for them to process, um, their, say the USD currencies like that. But there are platforms that you can receive your money seamlessly. If you don't know, if you don't go, you don't know. If you do not know, you do not know. Okay. And this will not just happen. You will not sit there and be waiting for it to happen. You have to be doing something. I tell people it's easier to find work when you already have work. Okay. Now, how will this person conduct market research and product discovery? How will this person conduct market research? So market research, you do it depending on the geographical environment where your product is going to operate. For example, if I'm building a ride-hailing app, in fact, I'll even tell you about one. It means, and I'm building it for the environment where I am currently located. The best option is for me to go out there, order a ride, order rides, and interact with these people. Okay, interact with them to understand their pain and all of that. But when it comes to, say, market research, you're actually looking at the market, the industry, the people who are playing in it. So you have a lot of online resources that can help you do that. Okay, so it depends on the product that you are working on. Some products you will not even need to interact with people physically, but some it requires you to actually interact with people physically. So it depends on the product that you have to build. So what are the tools to be used for competitive analysis? Okay, so let me give, I like that this question is persistent. Remember, first of all, you need to select the people who you think are your competitors. Okay. Okay, so let me talk about say a banking app. You're building a banking app, right? Now, the people who are really thriving in that space, especially for retail banking apps and making, say, microfinance banks, we have OPay, we have MoneyPoint, and we have Kuda. If you're building a banking app for business, right? So I've already picked those competitors. All right. So the next thing is how do I go about researching them? I check their websites. I also talk to people who are using their apps. Okay. I can also check reviews. Oh, what are their reviews? They have apps, they have their app in app stores. So I go to app store and check their reviews. What are people saying? Okay. So these are tools that you are using. All right. And remember, as you are collecting information, you are finding a way to document this